Now, component distribution used to be about getting boxes of components onto the desks of engineers so they could start making whatever it was they were building. But those days are long gone. Companies like RS Group are focusing on grassroots activists and young engineers and helping them make sustainable technology choices and solutions and engaging them to make the solutions we need for the future. So Mike, great to see you here at the stand of RS Group Electronica 2022. You're responsible for all the innovation that goes into the DesignSpark community. Could you just give us an introduction to what DesignSpark is?
Of course, nice to meet you too, Stuart. So DesignSpark is our design engineering community. It's 1.3 million members strong now. Launched it back in 2010, so it's 12 years old this year. And what DesignSpark brings engineers is a range of free tools, forums, content, resources, all the things that design engineers need in order to speed up their design time to market. So what we've done over the course of the last 12 years is grow organically that massive community and that our number of users around the world. So today we're talking about what we're going to do next.
Fantastic. So on the online community and the forums, are people sharing projects, or they're just trying to help each other out or exchange ideas, look for support?
All the above and a bit more is the honest answer. So we see a lot of people coming on, they use our design tools, that's predominantly where they start, then they look for a bit of help from the community, so a lot of questions get asked. Some of them are design tool specific, some of them are application specific. We see a lot of content going around IoT, around single board computers, around robotics, 3D printing, etc. So people want to explore new ways of manufacturing their products as well. We have a complete blend of users right the way through from the student, the learners who are just entering the industry, through to high-end professional businesses as well. And each of them are unique as well, so there's no way of actually predicting with any degree of accuracy what they're going to ask. But what we can predict with some accuracy is somebody's always willing to jump in and give them an answer to that, which is brilliant.
It's very helpful. Now, you've also, through the DesignSpark platform, got free tools, as you said, available. What sort of tools are there?
So we have three free software tools for CAD designers. So we have our PCB tool, which is fully featured with unlimited board capabilities. That we launched back in 2010, and we've been upgrading it annually since then. We've got a DesignSpark mechanical tool, which is our 3D CAD modeling tool. Launched back in 2012, and again we've been regularly cycling that through. And then we have our DesignSpark electrical tool, which is in partnership with SolidWorks. That's a cut-down version of one of their tools, and we've had that since 2015 in different guises, and again fully available to the audience with restrictions, but you can then upgrade into SolidWorks pathways as well.
You're here at Electronica 2022 also launching some new initiatives. So what's going on with the DesignSpark community? What's the next step?
So we've been talking to the community over the course of the last 3 years really. We've had a bit of time with the pandemic, but we're talking to the community about, so what is it that you need? So you talk about the mission being to help you design faster, help get to product to market faster. What do you guys need? And also, what is your reason for doing these things? So we're talking now about two new things really. So one is our focus on what we call activist engineering, which is sustainable design engineering. Most of the engineers that engage on the community are looking in some way, shape or another to contribute towards solving some of the bigger problems that we face around planet, around climate change, around the sustainable use of resources, around access to tools and diversity and inclusion within engineering. So we've got an initiative that we're featuring here around activist engineering. We've actually announced our first winner around air quality, which is a challenge that we've been running over the course of the last 9 months, using a fully featured environmental sensing development kit that we've donated out to users. They've come back with a number of projects that are all about how to use that kit in a manner that means that they're giving back to the community that they operate in. And we're talking a little bit more about what we're going to do next in activist engineering. But the second part is, how do we help engineers move faster, and how particularly the higher end business level engineers, how do we help those guys move from concept to design to prototype to build faster? So we're launching, and we're talking about Elektronica, a new range of packages that mean that you can move from free into tools that are subscription based, and being able to move that forward faster with tools, training, resources and services that move you from concept to build through a journey that means that you can get to your answer faster. And those tiers, we've got 3 tiers of users that are coming in. We'll always have our free tools. Our free tools are the core of what DesignSpark is, and for the majority of their audience, they're going to be good enough. They give people what they want. Then for our other tools, professional users, we're going to be looking at how do we help you go faster with 2 tiers, 1 creator and 1 engineer level, which means that you can unlock more capability within our design tools and within our resources, our lifecycle management information, our CAD models, and our community. That means that you can then move that little bit faster through your design cycle.
And one of the key concerns about the engineering industry is, of course, where the next generation engineers are going to come from, and also what's driving them to be engineers. How are you supporting students?
So I'm standing actually in front of our grassroots area here. So grassroots is all about how do we help students get more engaged with engineering. So we go out and do a lot of outreach work, both directly and digitally, through DesignSpark to give students content, resources, training, and not just training in the technical bit, but also the bits that they don't teach you, like how to interact, how to influence. Those kind of life skills that means that when you enter industry, you've got something to fall back on. You've got ways of actually shaping your story as you move forward. And our grassroots team, there's a big area on DesignSpark, all focused around grassroots. That's what that's about. It's about inspiring the next generation of engineers to come through and supporting them with the tools, the training and the resources that means that they've got a body to fall back on and a community to talk with and help them.
Thank you for guiding us through the changes in DesignSpark as a community I know well. I'm also part of it as well.
Brilliant.
Unfortunately not as active as I'd like to be anymore, but it's great to see the tools there and that progressing, and also the support for students as well.
Thank you very much, Stuart. It's been a pleasure.
So Joy, it's great to meet you here at the RS Group stand, Electronica 2022. You're looking after some of the software tools that are provided to the DesignSpark community. Can you guide us through the tools that are available?
Absolutely. So we've been offering software and design tools for about 12 years now, free of charge to our community, anyone who's registered with DesignSpark. So the concept of having these tools on site is to provide or remove the barrier of entry to a software by making it both easy to use and free of charge to get your concepts, the ideas you have, into a prototype stage. And it's if you look at the other options on the market, it is quite a big barrier to entry in terms of deciding, paying $500 or more for a piece of software and then choosing which one, and then learning it. There is quite a steep learning curve with a lot of software, but we've tried to remove that with both our DesignSpark Mechanical and our PCB software. So our mechanical software is for 3D design. So for example, you have a circuit board, a printed circuit board, and you want to create a housing for it, just a case for it. You would use our DesignSpark Mechanical tool to do that. And our DesignSpark PCB tool is to create that circuit board itself, laying out the tracks, placing the components on that. So, PCBs as an example, it goes into every single device. You're working on your computer, it's got PCBs inside of it. You buy your kids' toys, electronic toys, they have PCBs inside of them.
Now, the engineering community is often quite wary of free tools. They're either restricted or limited, or they're not maintained and kept up to date. Mm-hmm. What do you do with the PCB tools and the mechanical tools in order to make sure it's really a robust experience?
Absolutely, we totally get that concern from the users, and that's why we work with well-trusted partners who have been in the software development space for more than a decade now. They've got their own user base, they get regular feedback, they update their software, make sure it's just the right feature set, well-tested, stable versions, so our users don't have to worry about giving them, using kind of a test version. It is a stable software, and we also have good support, a lot of learning material on site. So if you're a new user, you're an intermediate and advanced user, there's tips, there's support available to you 24 hours a day.
Super. Well, thanks for giving us an overview of what's going on with the software side of DesignSpark, and we wish you a great show.
Thank you.
So Pete, lovely to see you here at Electronica 2022. Now, we were talking to Andrea earlier in the week with the World Ethical Electronics Forum, WEF, which you sponsored, which was always looking at ethics and sustainability for the electronics and the semiconductor industry.
Yeah.
How does the work that you do merge into the sustainability activities that RS Group is dealing with?
Okay, so DesignSpark is targeting design engineers. So design engineers are those making decisions about the components and the materials they use on their projects and their products. And so as DesignSpark, I think we have a responsibility to help those design engineers think and design more sustainably, design more responsibly. How can we help those engineers think about the longevity of their products, how repairable it is, how can they lose less components, consume less energy, for example. These are all things we're kind of striving with to try and support those design engineers on that journey, because ESG is obviously rippling through everywhere, and companies are at the point where they have to start adopting ESG values, and that will start very much at the product level, and that's where the engineers play a key part. So with 1.3 million members now we have on the platform and around 5 million users of the platform, we have a great opportunity to help influence and guide and educate those engineers along that journey, and we're here for them. And being a community, they can talk to each other, which is great. They can collaborate, they can engage, they can ask questions. We work with our suppliers as well, so the suppliers can get involved. So we work with all the key suppliers in the industry, and again, they can help us on that journey with those engineers to get to that point.
Now, when we talk about climate change, we're often very much focused on temperature rises and the impact that has on society, but another key part is just our local climate, so the quality of the air we breathe. And some of your DesignSpark members have been looking at those challenges and trying to build electronic solutions and highlight what's going on. What came out of that?
So what we wanted to do is create a project that kind of engaged the community around this activist engineering theme. So to kick it off, we thought, well, what can we do that actually is a problem everywhere, right? So air quality is a problem everywhere around the world. Doesn't matter if you're first world or third world, air quality is getting worse. And actually indoor air quality is as bad, if not worse in some cases, than outdoor air quality. So what we wanted to do is let's create a project that enables collaboration, enables sharing of data, and enables people to tell the stories of what they've done from an activist point of view, to discover problems and then try and find solutions to address those, right? Whether that be in a technical aspect, or it be lobbying the government, or that would be as simple as opening a window, right, for example. So what we did is we decided to design a kit, ESDK here. This was designed as a open source project, and what we did is we created 50 of those and we put them out in our community, and we said, right, if you'd like one of these, tell us what you're going to do with it, why you want it, and the problem you're going to solve, right? And then what we did is we got them to create projects attached to those as well. So we worked with a bunch of influencers as well to help us drive some innovation, and out of that project came things like the Mindful Droid. So the Mindful Droid here is a wonderful example of activist engineering. This project was inspired by a young girl called Ella, who unfortunately lost her life. She died due to a chronic asthma attack. She's a London schoolgirl, a very polluted area where she is. It was triggered by the air quality, triggered her asthma attack, and unfortunately she passed away. The engineer designed this guy called Michael. This resonated with him very much. He's got a similar family with an age group. So he designed this thing called a Mindful Droid, and the idea is how do you enable parents and users in the local area driving cars and things, how do you make them mindful of the impact of them driving close to schools? Driving habits, accelerating too fast, this all creates particulate matter that's all getting breathed in by the children on the way to school. So this is all about trying to raise awareness. So this is a great example of activist engineering. And also when we reached out to the wider community, we ran a competition, right? And we asked them, say, right, we will give the best idea a prize. And this is announced today was our air quality winner of the project. This is an NFT art drawing, and this basically takes air quality data, and based on the air quality data, it will draw a picture. And then, depending on how much energy and that was burnt to do that, you need to decide whether the offset of the air quality and the image of the picture was worth it, right? So NFTs are becoming a big part of everything now, isn't it? So we thought this was quite new, unique, and exciting. So that was our winner.
I think that's one of the challenges we as an engineering community face. We're very much focused on resolving technical challenges, and yet there's the cultural element of artwork and everything is overlooked.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So it was a different way of engaging the audience, and I thought it was a really unique thing. So yeah, we like that.
So there's lots of projects here. Obviously, some of them are 3D printed. They're based on hardware that you've also provided. how can people participate, access, and find out more about these projects and learn from them in order that they can benefit from them and do something themselves?
So if you come on DesignSpark.com, you can find the air quality pages, and all the content is on there. What we've done is say we've open sourced the kit, so if you want to download the files and build your own, you can. At some point, you may produce some more and run more competitions. But we're very, very keen to start building up data. We want to collect data and see patterns, and the whole thing around this is about not getting super quality data to, at particulate levels, and it's all about that trend. Is it good or is it bad, or was it good and is getting bad? It's understanding how things are moving, so you can make decisions in order to try and improve the situation. That's what it's all about. So so we just want to get people to come in and get involved in how activists team going to run other programs in the new year, potentially around water or land, something we're still thinking about. Again, anyone on the community who wants to come and give their suggestions, we're open to it. Come on the forum, talk to us. But yeah, we really want to try and do things that engage communities and engineers and get that activist sort of piece moving and get the interest out into the audience. So yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time to run us through all of that, and we wish you all the best and success with the continued community engagement.
Thank you very much.